I don't know who Anna Pritchard is, but I did look at your video, and you did say that you were transgender and that you didn't like some of the things that Phi Bay was saying, and that you kind of believe that Spill It Boy might have done something to those children. But you are going to stand up for yourself and not have her tell you what to do. Baby, everybody in the LGBTQ community has had to fight. We just had one here that was killed by a 21-year-old that he picked up and got her to his home and found out she was transgender and shot her twice in the head, left, came back, took her over to the park in Humboldt Park on the west side and shot her twice again. I work with the LGBT community, and I can't tell anybody what to do, but I can't understand how people in the LGBTQ community can sit there and listen to all the homophobic things that she says. I'm trying to understand it. I was at Howard Brown's clinic yesterday, but I'm trying to understand why we get discriminated against for our choice of who we love, for our choice of how we feel on the inside. We not only get discriminated because of that, we get discriminated because of color also. But I'm trying to understand how transgenders and anyone from the LGBTQ community could sit in a chat and listen to the words that she says, especially against James Caldwell. There's not 1 inch of proof. She has named him a pedophile. She has accused him of doing all kinds of things, when it was Sean who took his foster son over state lines to sleep with those women in Club Chat. And he's very fluent. I don't know if he slept with men too, but that's sex trafficking. And we all know, if your parents don't accept you and you're kicked out of the house and you don't have a place to stay, that you can easily become a victim of sex trafficking. I have a friend. At 19, they kidnapped him in Boys Town. And he was introduced to sex trafficking. And he's now HIV positive. But I pray that you see and you hear the things that she says. Because just as much as she's trying to control you, she'll turn on you. And then she'll start talking about you. How can we have a celebration of gay pride when we're sitting up enabling and agreeing to all the homophobic things that she says? I don't know what your experience in life was, but I do have friends of every race, every sex, and every age that had to struggle to be accepted. And again, if this 21-year-old shot a transgender in the head twice and left her in the apartment, and because he kept thinking about it, he went back and drug her body to the park and shot her twice in the back. We gotta unite, and we gotta start looking at things for what they really are. And yes, it is a shame to speak on people who have HIV. That should never be spoken on. And if you heard any of my videos, you've heard that I've lost over 30. I can't count anymore on how many friends I have lost. Very close friends. I just lost one who was a professor at Cornell University. He taught at Washington State University, and he's a published author, and he was over the writing department for the LGBTQ community. So I pray that we can unite in some kind of way and say, no, we are not all like that. And I can't sit here and listen to you speak on people that may be friends of mine or that may be just like me. You know, every heterosexual person thinks that homosexual people are child molesters, and that's not the truth. There are more heterosexual people that have been molested by family members, uncles, fathers, men that are friends of the family. And I know quite a few that have foster children, and they've never put their hands on them. So I hope you hear this message. I hope that you get James' book and read the book for yourself. Think about what you had to go through in order for you to be your authentic self and to live in your truth. And how would it feel if someone accused you of molestation and being a pedophile? So I wanted to leave you with that. Again, I don't hate anyone. I've lost too many friends. I've heard too many homophobic slurs while living in my truth and standing in my truth, that now I don't care. But I personally cannot sit up and listen to someone spew those kind of words and put into homosexual people's heads that all gay people are pedophiles. That's a very dangerous word to use. And look at the things that Sean has done. I don't know how long you've been on YouTube. I don't know if you know the full story of the foster children that he had that were taken out of his home because of verbal and physical abuse. And for him to be talking about his foster son's penis, saying that it's the size of an anaconda, and that he's teaching him how to tuck. He may be in his 20s now, but in order for that to happen, he had to have been groomed early on. And I think he's had this young man since he was about 16 or 17. But that's a form of grooming. So I hope that you do stand up for yourself and you do speak up when you hear things that she says, and that you don't tolerate her telling you what to say and what not to say. But I wish you love and light and peace and blessings. And I pray that not another transgender is killed because they're living in their truth.